Starting from Tisha B'Av and the Shabbos right after Tisha B'Av, we start a 7-week period called the Shiva D'Nechemta. 7 weeks that lead from Tisha B'Av until Rosh Hashanah, where the Haftarah of every Shabbos is sending us a message of comfort. And if we think and understand what that's about, what's the comfort about, we'll be able to appreciate in a much more intimate way what it is that we lost. Let's look at the Abudraham's explanation of the sequence of the 7 Haftarahs and the message that's behind it. First, Nachamu, Nachamu Ami. The Navi in Yeshayahu, Perak Mem, tells us that Hashem sends a messenger. He sends the Navi to go tell the Jewish people, be comforted, my nation. The second week's Haftarah from Yeshayahu Mem Tes have Bnei Yisrael responding, Vatomer Tzion, Azavani Hashem. Bnei Yisrael say, what? Hashem has forsaken me. He doesn't want to have a relationship with me. He's sending a messenger to tell me to be comforted. Bnei Yisrael don't want to be comforted through a Navi. They want the direct access. They want that close relationship with Hashem. So in the third week, the Navi goes back to Hashem and reports, Yeshayahu Nendalid, Aniyah Soara Lo Nuchama. The poor people, says the Navi to Hashem, are not comforted. They didn't listen to my message of Nachamu, Nachamu Ami. And after Hashem hears from the intermediary that Bnei Yisrael are not willing to be consoled, Hashem launches 3 more Haftarahs. Anochi Hu menachemchem. I will be the one who will console you directly, not through a shliach. Rani akara. Rejoice, O barren one, because that's me. I'm here. I'm coming directly. And thirdly, Kumi ori, uchvod Hashem alayich zarach. Get up, arise, awaken, be inspired, because the glory of Hashem has shone upon you directly. Finally, in the 7th week, after Bnei Yisrael heard directly from Hashem, they say, Sos asis b'Hashem. We are going to rejoice and we are going to be happy with Hashem, directly with Hashem. And that's how we enter into Rosh Hashanah, the time where we crown Hashem as our king. The Maharal tells us that Melech, a king of the Jewish people, is the one who has a relationship with the people, connects to the people. Not like the kings of other nations that sit in their palaces with crocodiles around the palace. You can't touch them. No, the Jewish king comes down to the people, connects to the people, has a relationship with the people. And that's why the Maharal explains that the word Melech, spelled Mem, Lamed, Chaf, are the letters of the Aleph Beis backwards, with the next letter being the Yud. Mem, Lamed, Chaf, Yud. The Melech goes towards the Yud. The Yud, the 10, the number 10, represents a congregation, represents the people, represents Bnei Yisrael. And it's the smallest little letter because the Melech connects to every little individual. That is the relationship that we have with Hashem going into Rosh Hashanah. And if we now rewind, we appreciate what it is that we're mourning. We're not just mourning the Beis Hamikdash not physically being here. We're mourning the opportunity that we had to have a direct connection and relationship with Hashem. And therefore, over this time period, that has to be our focus. What are we doing to enable and to build and to rebuild that connection with Hashem? We talk to Hashem every single day in our tefillah. How is our tefillah? How is our conversations with Hashem? Are we being honest with Him? Are we really believing that we can ask Him for anything? What is that like? What is our relationship with other people who are created, B'Tselem Elokim, in the image of God? Do we appreciate the greatness of every individual? Connecting to others is a way of connecting to Hashem. Our focus has to be, we don't just want to do good things. We don't want some intermediary checking our box. I did it. I didn't do it. We want direct access with Hashem. And our focus has to be on rebuilding that immense, amazing, incredible opportunity that we once had.